Hello again, everybody. Zach Attack is here with the Atakline for you on this Wednesday, February the 4th, 2015. Alright, let's kick things off with your Billboard number ones. Well, we have a new number one album on the Billboard Top 200. Or some would say a new old number one album. A former number one album is back on top again. After only 1 week, Fall Out Boy's American Psycho, American Beauty got kicked off by Taylor Swift. Yes, 1989 is back at number one album for the 10th non-consecutive week. Of course, big week for Taylor. She'll be at the Grammys presenting, at least. I got some Grammy news for you when it concerns a lot of new performers added for the Grammys in just a little bit. But besides Taylor regaining the number one album position back on top on the number one singles chart, however, on the Hot 100, still number one for the 5th week in a row after kicking off Taylor Swift's Blank Space, Uptown Funk. Yes, Mark Ronson and Bruno Mars still on top of that chart, number one single-wise with that song, 5 weeks in a row. So congrats to your number one album and single on the Billboard charts. Now, on with a lot of award show news. Before we get to Grammys and adding performers, let's talk about an award show that is a little bit new award show announcing its nominations. The second annual Iheart Music Awards has announced its nominations. It'll be on March the 29th from 8 to 11 on NBC. Or as I call it, WrestleMania Sunday. Damn, I hate all these award shows that be on wrestling nights. You know, I think Iheart Music Awards was in May. Now it's in March. No performance set, but they announced the nominations, like I said, for this show. Leading off the nominations with 5 each is Sam Smith and Iggy Azaela, who will be competing against each other for the top award, Artist of the Year, going up against Ariana Grande, Luke Bryan, and Taylor Swift. Other big award nominations were included, of course, Song of the Year with All About That Bass, Meghan Trainor, All of Me, John Legend, Happy by Pharrell, Shaking Off, Taylor Swift, and Stay With Me by Sam Smith. 4 out of those 5 are nominated for Grammys this Sunday. Surprisingly, John Legend's song wasn't nominated in the major awards at all. Best Collabo. Iggy Azalea is going against herself twice. Her own song Fancy with Charlie XCX, alongside her cameo on Ariana Grande's Problem, will go up against Jason Derulo and 2 Chainz Talk Dirty, Katy Perry and Juicy J, Dark Horse, and Bang Bang, of course, Jessie J, Ariana Grande, and Nicki Minaj. A lot of categories. Best New York, we got Bastille, Cole Swindell, Iggy Azalea, Meghan Trainor, and Sam Smith. We have Best Lyrics, John Legend's All of Me, Taylor Swift's Blank Space, Counting Stars, One Republic, Tovlo, Habits, Sam Smith's Stay With Me, and Thinking Out Loud, Ed Sheeran. We also have like a couple rap awards, country awards. I think there's only going to be 3 awards that are going to be voted on by the fans, starting on March the 3rd. And it'll end on the 20th, which are Best Lyrics, which I just mentioned the nominations, Best Fan Army, which is the 5 SOS fam, the 5 Seconds of Summer fans, Alienators, the Ariana Grande fans, Beehive, Beyonce's fans, Team Breezy, Chris Brown's fans, Cheerios, Ed Sheeran's fans, Church Choir, Eric Church's fans, Directioners, do not need to say who that is, goes One Direction, Selena-nators, Selena Gomez, Mendes Army, Shawn Mendes, and of course, Swifties. You know who that is, T-Swizzle. Also, the Renegade Award will be fan voted starting March 3rd, which will be going up to a new artist who is blazing their own path, which will be Brantley Gilbert, Charlie XCX, Hosier, Iggy Azalea, and Meghan Trainor going up for that award. So the Iheart Music Awards will be on NBC 8 to 11 Sunday, March 29th. Now, of course, this Sunday is Grammys. A lot of performers have been added in the last 24 hours. And it's official. All 5 Album of the Year nominees will be performing. Until today, we only knew about Sam Smith, who's still recovering from a vocal issue, which, as of right now, all signs are pointing towards him going to be at the Grammys no matter what, despite canceling that Seattle show on Monday, as I mentioned on Monday's Atakline. Pharrell and Ed Sheeran, we all knew those 3 were performing. Now, Beck's been added, and Beyonce's been added as part of a Selma Thing with John Legend and Common. So all 5 Album of the Year nominees will be performing. Besides them, newly added performers Chris Martin. We also got Mary J. Blige, who will be duetting with Sam Smith. Brandon Clark, Best New Artist nominee, going to be duetting with Dwight Yoakam. Herbie Hancock will be performing alongside John Mayer and Questlove with Ed Sheeran. Juan's a Spanish artist. I think he's performing a undisclosed song according to the Grammys, but I think he's doing like a Spanish-English version of a famous song. I forgot what it was. I read it the other day. And internationally acclaimed pianist Lang Lang, who will add his musicality to one of this year's most infectious songs, and also perform with Ed Sheeran. Man, Ed Sheeran's getting a lot of people to perform with them. John Mayer, Questlove, Herbie Hancock, and ELO. Yes, Jeff Lynne, with his new version of ELO, to perform with Sheeran, and Sia will be performing as well. So there you go. A lot of performers added to the Grammys set for this Sunday, including Madonna, who's doing double duty. Not only is she performing at the Grammys, she also been announced to perform at the Brit Awards in a couple weeks as well, alongside also performing at both shows, Sam Smith and Taylor Swift. Well, Taylor Swift's not performing at the Grammys, but she's performing at the Brits. She's appearing at the Grammys. And Katy Perry's also performing. Just a few days after her spectacular Super Bowl halftime show, Katy Perry will be performing on the Grammys. I mean, she's performing "But for the Grace of God," which is a slow song from the album Teenage Dream. Not Teenage Dream, but the new album Prism. I saw him doing that on a tour last year, pretty good. Of course, a lot of performers going on, including Kanye performing twice alongside himself solo and performing 5-4 Seconds, the new song with both Paul McCartney, Sir Paul McCartney, and Rihanna. So there you go. Got a lot of things going down this Sunday at the Grammys, hosted by LL Cool J. Should be interesting. But now before I go, talk about some TV shows that are on tonight. Some of my favorites. Modern Family is returning after a couple weeks off. The last episode was pretty good. I think this season's done pretty well despite the lack of Golden Globe nominations. Hope they redeem themselves at the Emmys when it comes to nominations. Of course, A&E shows. Tonight we got Duck Dynasty. I thought last week's episode was pretty decent with, I think it was, I forgot what episode it was, but it was a fun episode nonetheless with the DD episode. I'm trying to think back. It's been so long I missed it. Then of course Wahlburgers. We had, I think it was Vegas. They were in Vegas for Wahlburgers last week with Donnie and getting a Wahlburgers location in Vegas, which is open now. So, and also Donnie Loves Jenny. The new show was premiered a few weeks ago. With Donnie getting his prostate examined. That was an interesting episode last week. Should be a great episode tonight. Modern Family at 9 o'clock on ABC. Back after a couple weeks off. Duck Dynasty 9:30. Wahlburgers at 10. And Donnie Loves Jenny at 10:30. All on A&E. So there you go with that. That is it for the Attack Line for today. Thank you very much for watching. With that in mind, y'all been attacked by the news from Zach. See you all soon. Yeah.